everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have the update for my rolling tan project pan. This is, I work on 10 items. When I finish something, I roll something in its place. And this is a super exciting update because I have 5 things rolling out, which is like half of my items out of here, which is so exciting. So if you want to see what I have finished up, definitely keep on watching. Let's jump into this update. So I usually go by the order of how I apply things to my face. So first off, we have my primer. So last month I rolled in my NYX Plump Right Back primer. This is an airless pump, so the progress is, it's going up. And I had used a bit of this, and the goal is of course to finish this one. And I have used it quite a lot this last month. I have so since last month it weighed 51 grams, and this is what it's looking like today. So I do have a big jump there, as you can see, and it's weighing 46 grams today. I don't see an issue finishing this one this year if I use it to the same capacity as I did this month. It should be really no problem. I am planning to bring this one. I am going to Japan for the majority of October, and I'm planning to bring this primer to use every day. So I should get a lot of good progress for next month's update with this one. But it is still remaining in the project. Then I've been working on a foundation by SOSU by Suzanne Jackson. It's their CC Me in gold or whatever, dripping gold foundation, and this one has an SPF of 45, which is why I wanted to use it up before the SPF goes bad. And I have the shade Porcelain. So I roll this one in June, and then it weighed 43 grams. In July it weighed 40 grams. And then in August it weighed 38 grams. I did not wear a lot of makeup during the summer. In September it weighed 36 grams, and you can see what it was looking like then. And this is where we are with this foundation today. So I have had a lot of air in this one, so the progress pictures will be a bit bad because I had a huge ass air bubble in this foundation, but this one is actually completely finished. Look at how satisfying the flat you get this when you press out all of the air. This is an okay foundation. I have oily skin, so it's not the best for me because it's very dewy. It has a lot of coverage. I think this could be like a good dupe for the NYX Cosmetics. I haven't tried those, but I guess it's like the same idea, but it's too dewy for me, so I would not repurchase this one, but I'm happy to have finished this one up this year before it got bad. So we are going to roll something in its place, and I will have all of my roll-ins at the end of the video, so you should stay around to see what I will roll in. Then I have been working on a big ass concealer. This is from Playing in Makeup by Yolondo. It's their, I think it's called like Chroma Concealer or something. Mine is in the shade 212F, and this is a big concealer. The only goal I have is to hit pan, because it's going to take such a long time to finish this one up. I still don't know if I plan to do that next year or not. I'm a bit scared of dedicating myself to that. When I roll this one in July, it weighed 57 grams. It still weighed 57 grams in August. In September, 56 grams. And I mean, I do have a dip, but I'm trying to not just, dig a hole into this concealer. I'm trying to use a bit around it as well so it doesn't dry out. It's still weighing 56 grams, and this is what it's looking like. You can see there. I do have a good dip going, but no pan. If I'm worried about not being able to pan, I might just really hone in on that dip. But we still have a couple of months left of this year, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, this is a really nice concealer. It is very full coverage, and I think it works great underneath my eyes. It doesn't crease too badly. I actually really enjoy this one. And this is also something I plan to bring when I travel, so I will still be working on this for October. But it's remaining in the project. Then I have a powder. This is my Dior Powder, and I said last time that I was going to scrape everything out that was remaining and put it into a loose compact, because as you can see from the progress pictures, I didn't have very much left and it was very annoying. I kept getting hard pan and it was just, you know, really around the edges that I had remaining product. So I did what I said and I scraped everything out. So the powder itself is looking like this now. Very satisfying. This was like net thing fell out while I still was working on the product, which was not the best. I enjoyed this a lot, like when I got it, but then I kept getting hard pan at the end, and I don't know if it's because the product got bad or whatever reason, but I'm kind of over this powder, so I'm happy to not be working on that compact. And I did add it to my MUA powder, so I do have a little bit of that powder in this one, but I will talk more about it later. Then last month I enrolled a finishing powder. This is by KIKO Milano. It's their Mood Boost finishing powder. So this one, when I rolled it in, it weighed 51 grams. It is weighing 49 grams today, and this is what it's looking like. So I said last time that I feel like we're really close to pan. And yeah, I hit pan. Seems to be a plastic pan, which was a bit surprising. I thought it was going to be a waffle pan because it looked like that on the powder. But I do have a good sized pan going here. However, the pan has really not expanded. When I got pan, this was like the pan that showed up. And it hasn't expanded as much as I had wanted to. So I am hoping that I will be able to finish this powder at the end of the year. I don't really know, but we are going to keep working on it. Then, chic products. I have been working on a blush. I rolled this Franken blush in last update. It's a mix of a couple of baritone lipsticks and a cream highlighter. And I have it in this Gloss Gods little jar. So, this blush weighed 18 grams when I rolled it in, and it's weighing 17 grams today, and this is what it's looking like. So I do want to finish this blush. I'm a bit worried though, because this is a deep jar, or like the pan is quite deep in this compact. It is a nice blush. Works out super well on the cheek now during fall, and this is what it's looking like. But I don't know, will I be able to finish this one? No one knows what's going to happen. I would love to be able to finish this one, because then I have a couple of different blushes that I want to focus on next year, and yeah, I don't want to roll this one over, but we shall see what happens. It is going to remain in the project. And then since the beginning of the year I have been working on a Franken highlighter. I Frankened 3 Ofra highlighters from a little like a palette into one. And as I said, I rolled this one in January with the goal to finish this product completely. And yeah, I've been working on it adamantly. It's been a real journey. But I have seen good progress each month. It's a very blinding highlight, so a little goes a long way. But yeah, it hasn't changed weight that much. When I rolled it in, it weighed 57 grams. And then throughout this journey, we had 56 grams in February, and 56 grams all the way until July, when it weighed 55 grams, and then in August 55 grams, in September 55 grams, and this is where we are today. So, I finished it. Oh my god, I was so happy to have finished this highlighter. It's been a dedication, let me tell you. But it is finally done. I'm so happy. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm happy to have that little palette out this year and to be able to work on different highlighters. It's just good times. Right, then I have 2 lip items. I've been working on a lip gloss by Unearthly Cosmetics. It's in the shade Candy Cane. And I rolled this lip gloss in. I rolled it in August. It weighed 57 grams in August. No, it weighed 25 grams in August. Then in September it weighed 24 grams. And this is where we are today. So, as you can see, I have a lot of windowing. I might have like a handful of applications left, but it is basically scraped out. I'm not gonna remove the stopper or anything. I am very pleased with how this is looking, and I am calling it done. Because yeah, it's basically like a handful of uses left. I will keep it by my couch and make use of it. But it is in the books. I think it is. We can call it quits. I always say this, but I'm not really a lip gloss person. I'm trying to work through my lip glosses so I don't have too many because I don't really use them regularly. I have used the ones this year by like having them by my couch, using them like instead of a lip balm. But very pleased with that one. It was a very opaque lip gloss, but really comfortable on the lips, not like sticky or anything. It felt very nourishing. So I'm happy to have that one out. Another empty is my lipstick by KIKO. This is a liquid lipstick in the shade Your Lips But Better, and this has really been my lips but better. I love this. I rolled it in August and it weighed 20 grams, and it did in September as well. I had a lot of use of this on this lipstick. And this is super old because KIKO Beauty it is no longer a brand. Their own brand is now called Beauty Act. So I mean, it was about time to finish this one up, but hopefully you can see all the windowing happening on this lip gloss or lipstick. I am so happy to have finished this one out. This was also something I wanted to finish this year, so very pleased with myself about that. And I think, is that it? And the final thing I forgot is this setting spray. This is by LH Cosmetics. It's their own setting spray. Long-lasting, choosy. I rolled this one in August. It weighed 120 grams. This is opaque packaging, so I can't really show you any progress pictures. In September it weighed 113 grams. It's now weighing 103 grams. Have no idea how much like I have used, like how far down it is, but I am using it every time I do my makeup, so it is. I can't even gauge in the bottle. It's impossible. It will end when it ends. So yeah, it's gonna stay in the project. I don't know if I will bring this traveling or if I will take a little travel setting spray. I might do that. So this might not get much use in October, we shall see. But it's gonna remain in the project. And that brings us to my what I'm replacing all the shit to. Was it 5 items? Was it 4 items empty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So, for my foundation, I am going to bring in the foundation I'm planning to bring to Japan. And it's actually a powder foundation. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. Mine is in the shade Y225. This is a really, really stunning product. I know they have reformulated this one, so it's the old product, and I should be trying to finish this one up. Now, I think I'm going to just have the goal to hit pan on this one because it's really a powder foundation and we are moving into winter here in Sweden. It's still like 30 degrees Celsius in Japan, but here it's like, it was 2 degrees Celsius when I woke up this morning. So I want to use this to hit pan, but then I think when I hit pan I can consider it a success, and I will try to finish it maybe during the summer months next year. But we are trying to hit pan on this foundation. As I said, the Dior Powder I scraped into my MUA Makeup Academy powder. And I'm about halfway done with this powder, so it's a little bit of the Dior powder, but the majority of the powder is of course the MUA. It's not a big jar, so hopefully I can have this one done. It's 16 grams of product. I do want to finish this one this year, but it's okay if I don't. We shall see how much damage I can do in 3 months. I am not gonna bring this to Japan because I don't need a setting powder when I have this setting foundation. I'm just gonna bring a blotting powder, but we have that one. And then I'm gonna bring in, for the highlighter, I'm actually bringing in a highlighter. So this is, I did a lot of frankening recently because I have this project pan that palette in order, and I frankened a lot of the shades from that palette that I have already hit pan on. So this used to be a face palette, but I have frankened away the shades apart from one. So this is what it's looking like now. This shade is from the Panda palette in order. It's like a peach green iridescent shade. It was really difficult to franken that palette. I don't know if it has enough binding agent like in the powders. But this here is the original highlighter that was in this face palette, and I did take some of it, which is why it looks like I have scraped it, to kind of mix in with other things, because it's a very like subtle highlight. And now I want to finish these two highlighters because I don't want to have this packaging anymore. So I want to finish these two highlighters. I'm gonna start focusing on this one, but then also like trying to use the other one as much as I can. But this is what I'm bringing in for that Ofra highlighter. And then for my lip products, instead of the gloss Candy Cane, I'm bringing in another Unearthly gloss. This is in the shade Ornament, and it's a bit pinker, and it has sparkle in it. And I have already used this a bit, as you can see. This is where we're starting at. I love these because I can really see like the product going down. That is a swatch of it right there. So not as opaque in color as the other one, which should make it a bit easier for me to finish this one. So that's what I'm replacing the lip gloss with. And to replace my lipstick, I am bringing in a lipstick, a liquid lip. This is by ABH. It's the Dusty Rose color, and this is also something I had said that I wanted to finish this year. I can see like windowing, but the wand is still very, very liquidy when I take it out. That's the shade. This shade turns out on my pale skin. This shade is really darker. It is what I'm wearing today. I have been mixing it with golden metallic liquid lip to make it a bit more warm tone, because this is a very dark, cool toned pink. And yeah, I have been feeling a bit more warm toned. So I'm gonna try to finish this one in 3 months. Don't know if I will, but as I said, I do have windowing, but it's still very the wand is still very, very much coated when I pull it out. So I don't know. We shall see. But those are all the items I am replacing the finished products with. Let me know how your planning journey is going. Have you finished up a lot of products this last month? And are you scared about something that you wanted to finish but you see that maybe it's not going to be possible? Please let me know in the comments. I always love to hear from you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!